call the meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor? Yes. Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton? Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item will be the moment of silence led by Ms. Brenda Roulette.
Okay. As we begin this meeting, let us pause for a 60-second moment of silence to reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in any other silent activity. Thank you.
Next item will be the Pledge of Allegiance by our Board Clerk, Ms. Brenda Roulette.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item will be approval of the June 3rd board meeting minutes. Any discussion?
Make a motion to approve?
A second.
Got a motion, a second. Please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Abstain?
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Can I get a voting button?
Did it come up?
Yep, it's up now.
It is now.
Oh, now.
Thanks. Next item will be approval of the special board meeting minutes for June 5th and 6th. Any discussion?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion second. Please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Denton? Mr. Allen?
Yes. Your roll call's faster than this system is.
Did it come up?
Not yet.
There it
now.
is.
Goodness.
There we go. Next item, Ms. Barber. Good.
Good evening. I'm not Miss Barber, but
I thought I did something wrong, Chase.
as she's coming up, it's good to see everybody, Mr. Perry, President Allen, members of the board. I wanted to set the stage of what we're here to present tonight and talk about the partnership we have with Crunch Fitness. So about a year ago, before Crunch opened, they reached out and we had a conversation about getting them to provide some sort of an incentive for our employees and a discount. And what we came to an agreement with was a $29.99 fee per month, waiving all annual fees and all enrollment fees. So you just pay the $29.99 a month from the start through whenever you want to cancel, and you don't have any fees with that. And so that's a great incentive for our district employees. That's for any employee. That's for teachers. That's for support staff. That's for anyone. Their pricing has actually increased a little bit. I was in there today, it was $34.99, but our employees are locked in at that $29.99 for forever, really. But through that conversation, they presented an opportunity for an Educator of the Year to be presented. And it didn't have to be from Broken Arrow Public Schools, but they gave us the option to get that information out in front of our staff and nominations to come in. And actually, through that process, they told me that anybody that got nominated got a free 30-day membership to Crunch. Well, we found out that actually the winner of Educator of the Year came right out from our district. And so in just a moment, I'm going to present that teacher to you. But I do want to play, we have a video that ArrowVision produced. I want to play that for you.
Some moments in life are so special, they should be treasured forever like precious gems. At Crunch Fitness, Trina Smith hit the jackpot. A lifetime membership to their facilities and a $200 gift card to use in her classroom. She was crowned Crunch Fitness's Educator of the Year. And the best part? She was completely surprised, making it a day to remember.
Congratulations.
You know, when I go home tired, I have a sense of accomplishment and true joy for what I was able to do with these kids. And, you know, their parents will tell me, you know, thank you for working with their kids. And it just makes all of the exhaustion worthwhile.
It's really just showing them the dedication that they put every day into the children here. You know, they're the ones that develop them from day one, and they deal with them majority of the day. So just being able to, you know, show them our appreciation overall, it's huge to us. It's really just giving back to them. Trina wears many hats: therapist, substitute mom, scientist, entertainer, nurse, tutor, coach, janitor, and the list is endless.
Trina Smith is no ordinary teacher. She's a special education teacher at Broken Arrow High School, working with Level 3 special needs students and serving as a Special Olympics coach.
She's more than an educator in the sense that she really connects with, of course, the kids in her classroom, but also their families, really connects with them on a deeper level, and then with the other teachers in that department to really support all the kids in that department.
An educator whose dedication and compassion shine brighter than the rest.
Seeing the kids' faces is enough for me, but when other people say, yeah, we recognize, we see the sweat, we see your efforts, and we appreciate you.
A remarkable educator and Special Olympics coach who tirelessly works to make a positive difference in our community. That's exactly who Trina Smith is. At Crunch Fitness in Broken Arrow with ArrowVision, I'm Dan Hawk.
So did you catch that lifetime membership to Crunch Fitness?
Wow.
That's incredible, and $200 to spend in the classroom. I want to bring up Ms. Barber now to talk about Trina's attributes.
Well, good evening. First of all, I asked if they could add the principal to that lifetime membership, and the answer was no. Really disappointed in that. But first of all, I want to thank the board and Mr. Perry for the increase in our special education pay, because it's really needed. People like Trina work really, really hard day in and day out. And so thank you for doing that. Also want to invite the board at any time, if you haven't already, to look at some of those special needs classrooms. They do phenomenal work in there. The special ed teachers, the paraprofessionals, they are in there day in and day out supporting these kids that have very intense needs. So you heard some of the nomination on the video about Ms. Smith. Again, just a phenomenal educator whose mission is to serve our kids. So she is here tonight. Trina, would you stand up? Trina,
Ms. Smith, congratulations. Do you have any guests or anybody with you this evening that we can meet?
My husband came with me tonight. He is a BA grad from 86.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for all you do, and that's it's special in a lot of different ways that you were recognized, and that makes me proud to be associated with Broken Arrow Public Schools to see that and the heart that you have for our students. So greatly appreciated.
Anybody else? No one?
Well, when you go to Crunch Fitness, you tell them we appreciate them appreciating you.
And if they got any discounts for board members, we would love to use that as well, so.
I'm not working out. Nope, don't, thank you.
Congratulations, and thank you for all you do. Thank you. Mr. Elkins next.
Our next item, I want to go ahead and bring up Darren Davis and Representative Ross Ford. Representative Ford has a citation from the state of Oklahoma for Mr. Davis. As you know, Darren has impacted so many lives in this district, including my own. About 20 years ago, We just want to honor him and recognize as he embraces fully his Executive Director of Fine Arts role as he steps out of the Director of Bands role. Representative Ford.
Thank you, Superintendent Mr. Perry and Board President Allen and members for allowing me to be here tonight. It is my honor and pleasure to be here to be able to really, to me, I'm having trouble grasping when you read the history of this band program and seeing just the excellence that is in this band program. Not only the band program, but it expands over into, flows over into every aspect of this district. Everything's done first class. You all are you know, a gold star in Oklahoma in education, and I'm just very proud to be able to say that I represent Broken Arrow Public Schools and the constituents that I have, you know, in this district. And with that, it's my honor for someone that has spent so many years in one area and have just made such an impact on so many students, and just such a everything he touches, it seems, turns to gold, like the gold BA, you know. So with that, this citation is from the state of Oklahoma. It says, Darren Davis, celebrating 31 years with the pride of Broken Arrow, whereas Darren Davis will end his tenure as Director of Bands to fully embrace his role as the Executive Director of Fine Arts for the Broken Arrow Public Schools after 31 years of dedicated service as the Broken Arrow Band Director, and whereas throughout his esteemed career, Darren has been instrumental in shaping the lives of countless students through his passion for music and dedication to excellence. Under his leadership, the Broken Arrow Band program has achieved numerous accolades and earned a reputation of excellence, both regionally and nationally. And whereas Darren has seen the pride of Broken Arrow earn an impressive four Bands of America Grand National Championships, an astounding 21 Bands of America Regional Championships, 24 Oklahoma State Marching Championships, along with the appearance in 3 Tournament of Roses parades and a 2005 Presidential Inauguration Parade. Their latest achievement will be the receiving of the 2024 Sudler Flag of Honor, and whereas it is proper and fitting that the Oklahoma legislature, acting on behalf of the citizens of Oklahoma, take pride in extending congratulations to Darren Davis, and is to be commended for his achievement and recognized as a credit to their school, to the community, and the state of Oklahoma. Now, therefore, pursuant to the motion of Representative Ross Ford, the Oklahoma House Representative extends to Darren Davis sincere congratulations and directs this citation be presented.
Say a few words.
I'm afraid if I say much, I'll probably start crying. You know, and I don't think of this as the end of what I've accomplished and what I've done. It's just a new start and a new beginning for another chapter. I've had the great fortune of doing the one thing that I've wanted to do all my life, which is teach band at Broken Arrow. And now I have the opportunity to even expand that and fully immerse myself into touching hopefully every aspect of our fine arts programs, from pre-K art all the way through all of our performing arts at the high school. And there's no other place I've ever even wanted to teach. 31 years, and here we go. Let's keep counting them even more. So thank you so much for a gracious opportunity to teach, and now I get to serve just in a new capacity. So thank you so much for everything that you have supported me and the fine arts at Broken Arrow Schools. It means the world to me. Thank you.
Mr. Davis, we want to thank you, because I know back in the 90s when I was here as a young, dumb coach, and being jealous of the band, and you hear the band gets this, the band gets that. And then I show up for a practice one day before my team, and you're out there before anyone your band's out there before anyone in the entire district practicing. And the sun's barely coming up. And I was like, maybe I could learn something from him, instead of being jealous of what they do, and go see what they do for success. You're an inspiration. From an athletic coach to a parent that want to have someone in your organization, in your program. We just appreciate all you've done. And
Thanks so
you're a great testament to Broken Arrow, and we're proud to have you. So thank you.
As a band mom, I'll start crying, so I probably can't say much, but much deserved. Thank you. And I'm glad you took time out of your traveling to come back here tonight.
Kind of been world travelers
I
the last couple of
know.
weeks, so yeah,
Yes,
it's great to
so-
be back home though.
So thank you, very much deserved.
Yes, ma'am.
Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you
Mr.
so
Davis.
much. Thank you.
I did start crying.
Okay, next item will be the approval of the Board of Education meeting for 24-25 school year. Any discussion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes, next item will be to keep the current subcommittee structure the same for 24-25.
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes, thank you. Next item, Ms. Dias.
It's actually me.
All
It's
right.
me. Miss Peterson's on a vacation as well. So good evening, Mr. Perry, Mr. Allen, and members of the board. Tonight's a good night. So I bring to you for your recommendation for approval a new principal of Linwood Elementary. I'm excited to recommend Mr. Adam Brown. Mr. Brown has served as an assistant principal in the district. He's been a first grade teacher, a third grade teacher, and prior to that career, he was a fireman. He just brings all of our core values. He's really focused on the students and the teachers. And actually, when we have sent him to other schools to support principals when their assistant principal's out of the building, they often try to recruit him at their sites as well. So he just is a kid magnet, but also keeps instruction and behavior in mind. And we're really excited to recommend him this evening for the principal of Linwood.
Questions or discussion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes, is he here this evening?
Yes, he is. Mr. Brown, you want to stand up?
Congratulations, Mr. Brown. Do you have any guests with you this evening?
Yes, sir. I've got my wife, Melissa, and my son, my AP, is doing a good game with me, and then the best mentor ever, Miss Dawson, is here, and a close friend, Andy Rice, and his wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hey, we have high expectations. That's Mr. Cockrell and I's alma mater, so don't screw it up.
No pressure. Okay, my next item I bring to you for this evening is the recommendation to approve an individual for the assistant principal job at an elementary site, which has been determined. It will be Oakcrest Elementary, and this is Miss Kathy Sisko. Miss Sisko has been a teacher at Country Lane Primary. Before that, she taught numerous years in Texas. She's been a Kagan lead teacher in the district, which is awesome. She's embraced that initiative. She's been in our aspiring admin group. She's been site teacher of the year at CLP, and she just embraces our core values. Mr. Perry and I met with her a couple weeks ago, and we were so impressed, and she's going to do a great job in this role.
Questions or discussion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes, is she here this evening?
Yes, she is. Miss Sisko.
Congratulations. Do you have any special guests this evening?
I do. My husband Mike and my two sons who are in VA,
All right.
Jacob, and then my mentor Pete who is back here.
Congratulations. Sappington.
Good evening, Mr. Perry, President Allen, and members of the board. Tonight, we are seeking your approval to hire Christina Nichols as Assistant Principal Intern at Sequoia Middle School. Mrs. Nichols has been a PE teacher at Vandiver Elementary for the past 11 years, and she has completed both of our aspiring administrator programs, Cohort 1 and 2, and she's also been a Site Teacher of the Year twice. She has served on numerous committees, has attended many professional development opportunities, and she is motivated and ready to join the team at Sequoia.
Any questions or discussion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Is she here this evening?
She is here, yes.
Congratulations. And real quick, before you introduce your guest, I was looking at your resume. Is there anything you have not done? Why'd you take so long to be admin?
I've been working on it.
Okay, just wondered by looking at your accomplishments. Okay. Any guests this evening?
Yes, my husband, Ty, my son, Lance, my daughter, Alex, both of whom went to from pre-K through graduation with Broken Arrow. My daughter's husband, he's from James, but he's still and my mentors from Vandiver, Kimberly Archer, and Katie Woods.
All right. Congratulations. Welcome. Okay, next item, Ms. Enoff.
Good evening, President Allen, Mr. Perry, members of the board. Tonight I'm seeking your approval for an offer of employment for Ms. Crystal Murphy to serve as our Director of Treasury. But before I tell you about Crystal, I'd like to let the board know the reason the position is being vacated. Ms. Donna Dollahan is retiring after 32 years of service to Broken Arrow Public Schools, and tonight is actually her final board meeting with us.
So she thinks.
So we definitely wish Ms. Dollahan well in her new chapter and thank her for her many years of service to the district. Crystal has been with Broken Arrow for the past 3 years, serving as our Assistant Treasurer. She is a graduate of Broken Arrow Public Schools, and her 2 children attend Broken Arrow. More importantly, though, Crystal exhibits the characteristics we seek in an administrator. She's hardworking, kind, and professional. She helps build a great culture for our district and definitely makes our department and Broken Arrow a better place. Seeking your approval tonight.
Any questions or discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Crystal? Where's she at? There she is. Congratulations. Big shoes to fill.
Yes, and it's not only quite a legacy, and I'm so excited and honored to follow in her footsteps.
You have any guests this evening?
I do. I have my husband David and my 2 children. Christian is starting 7th grade at Centennial, and Grant is starting 9th grade at the option early college.
Oh, awesome. Congratulations. Ms. Dollahan, we want to thank you for everything, and hope you get bored and ask Natalie for a job again. So, but, we. You've been awesome to work with. We appreciate you. Thank you. Next item, comments from the public. We have none. Next item will be consent, items 16 through 90. Any discussion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item will be Ms. Sapp.
Good evening. Tonight, I am seeking your approval for the purchase of 5 truckloads of copy paper in the amount of $119,658. The purchasing team conducted a sealed bid for the copy paper, where Contract Paper Group, the vendor, was awarded, or was recognized as the lowest responsive bidder at $28.49 a case. If approved, this will restock the warehouse for the 24-25 school year.
You got the exciting item, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
Copy.
Any discussion?
No, but I like how you say truckloads, because I know
Yes.
A truckload.
You know, a truckload, I like it. So no, I make a motion to approve.
A second.
Motion is second, please call the roll.
I'm sorry, the computer is running very slow.
It's okay, we can just keep moving.
Okay. Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item, Mr. Stecker.
Good evening, everyone. Hard to compete with that truckload of paper, but I will do my best here with board policies. So tonight I do bring, just for information only, the first reading of multiple revised policies and the adoption of 2 policies. Legal has reviewed it. This is the first read. I'll bring back in July for the second read and action at that time.
Mr. Stecker, this is in base camp as well, right?
That is correct.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you. Next item.
Next item is asking your approval for the proposed salary scale resulting in increase for STEP for support staff for the 24-25 school year. The total increase is $375,947.
Questions or discussion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item, Mr. Stecker.
Next item is asking for your approval for the proposed salary scales resulting in an increase for our non-administrative staff for the 24-25 school year. The total increase is $162,400.
Questions or discussion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Mr. Stecker.
The last item is asking your approval for the proposed salary scales, which will be a horizontal move for our administrative staff for the 24-25 school year. The total increase is $572,500.
Discussion.
That sounds like a lot of truckloads.
It is a lot of truckloads.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item, Ms. Hennis.
Good evening, Mr. Perry, Mr. Allen, or President Allen and the board. I would like your approval to go into an agreement with MindPlay for Tier 2 digital curriculum that will be used primarily for grades 3 through 5 with math and reading for our Tier 2 instruction. It's a $714,000 contract over 3 years. This will be the first year of 3 years to be paid out of bond funds. Before you vote, I just want to tell you a little bit about MindPlay. So we currently have a program in place, but we were having teachers come forward and just expressing not really loving the program, but then we had actually a 4th grade student write us an essay on why she did not like this program. And so we've just felt like it was really important that we look more into other programs, but also looking at What Works Clearinghouse, making sure that this program meets all the criteria for a good Tier 2 program. So we looked into MindPlay and a couple of other programs, and then we ended up doing a pilot with some students with MindPlay. And so I would say the biggest thing that stands out with MindPlay is it's gamified. So students can make their own avatar, they can earn credits and coins, and that seemed to be a big hit with the students. But then also, it has real speech pathologists that are videos of real speech pathologists that are helping them through the lesson. And so for every one skill, if a student doesn't get that skill, it has an opportunity to learn it 22 other ways. So they have 22 different lessons for every single phonics PA skill that our readers would need. And so, or any skill, math skills as well. So that was another thing that the students really liked as well when we asked them. their opinion. And so then the other thing that's really neat is that when it figures out a student's Lexile level, their reading level, a teacher can go in and say, it's a 4th grade teacher teaching energy with science. They can assign an energy topic to any student in their class, and it will automatically give them a book on their bookshelf, their digital bookshelf, that's on their level about that topic. So then when they go to have class discussions, they will have all the information that they could read at their own level. So I thought that was really, really cool. So do you have any questions?
And those books are in addition to the classroom lessons?
Yes. Yes.
I got a question.
Yes.
A few months ago, we talked about a possible introduction of a program. Will this coincide with that?
Are you referring to Kagan?
Yeah.
How does that?
So we have a lot of programs.
That was when it came to the agenda, we spent some money on that one, like 2 months ago.
I just know there was a direction that we were.
I think it was Kagan.
Yeah, it's Kagan.
So Kagan's is more like in the classroom, hands-on experience, the way that the teacher is presenting the lesson. Where this is digital, so it will be computerized. They can work on it in the summer, they can work on it on the weekends and at night, but also if they qualify for Tier 2 instruction, they would receive that during the school day as an intervention. So we can say, you know, that little Bobby is struggling in reading and he is missing these certain skills. The program knows, start with this skill. It just, through the algorithm, figures out this is the skill they need, and it will give them that exact lesson to try to plug in all those holes. Now, if you're referring to EduClimber, the other program that we bought, we can actually get the data from this program to upload into EduClimber. So when we're looking at a big picture of a student, it'll say, here's how they're doing on their interventions in EduClimber. When we're looking at their like baseball card of them that says this is everything that they're working on right now. So
Could you explain Tier 2, how students, like Tier 1, Tier 2?
yes. So Tier 1 is what every student gets. And most of our students, 75% of our students should be able to receive that instruction from their teacher and understand it. But then we have students that don't always get that. So there are students that need just a little bit extra help, and that would be Tier 2. So they get regular Tier 1 instruction, plus Tier 2 gives them a little extra identified help. If they still aren't getting it, they may need what we call Tier 3 intervention, and that gives them even more. It's a one-on-one with a 3-to-1 ratio with a teacher, and they are getting a specific prescripted intervention. And so if they show over a period of time that Tier 3 isn't even helping them, then we look at maybe special services to help get them on an individualized program.
Will the SPED kids be able to be part of this too?
Mm-hmm. It will be open to all children, 3rd through 5th. They can all have it. We would just have, on Tier 2, they have to have a certain amount of minutes for the research part of it to show that it works. So we just make sure they get that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Make a motion to approve?
Oh, go ahead.
I did want to, the $714,000 is, will be paid in thirds this year, next year, and the third year?
We're going to pay it out of the bond one lump, but
Okay.
it will go over 3 years.
So we won't have to pay for it?
Right.
Thank you. Sorry.
Well, and that's
We
a
got
good
an extra
question.
discount doing it that way.
Well, and does that provide all updates and everything like that? Because, you
Mhm.
know,
Yes.
it works this year, that you gotta purchase that update, that wasn't part of the deal. Good.
Yes.
Got a motion and a second? Please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette? Yes. Mr. Allen?
Yes, next item's new business, we have none. Next item will be to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
Motion and a second, please call the roll.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Roulette? Yes. Mr. Allen?
Yes, thank you.